Hello, hello. I have to adjust this and make it right, or it will drive me insane if it's not perfectly straight. So, I thought I would get a cozy little cup of tea and enjoy that while I do a little live stream this evening. So, what I want to talk to you about is, first of all, the comment section. So, hi Donna, how are you? Little Bella, it's nice to see you. Thank you for being such a huge supporter of my channel and all of my channels. You are absolutely so diehard, one of my favorite fans. You're amazing. I know it's Bella, but your name is Donna Bella, but I know it's Bella. Thanks for checking in. So I want to talk today about your mom's smart. That's why I love her. I want to talk today about the comments. So I put myself out there on social media, so I expect all kinds of comments, and I request it. I look for criticisms, I look for positive comments, I look for good feedback, I look for feedback that's going to help me improve my perspective, improve my delivery, and improve the quality of videos I produce, because obviously I'm trying to grow my channel. I have been on YouTube for 4 years now trying to grow my channel, and it's a struggle for me, and I don't know why. I work really hard. I put out really great content. I put out thoughtful content that I feel is really going to benefit people if they pay attention to it, and I do get viewers. Some of them I don't, but the ones I get viewers, I could get like 800 viewers and not one new subscriber, and I don't understand. So all I ask is that if you do watch a video and you appreciate it, hello, hello, thank you for your comment, M. Dot. If you do watch a video and you appreciate it, if you get even one thing out of it that you think is helpful, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. That will help me in the algorithm. And after 4 years of me working so hard on this channel, trying to deliver really positive and helpful, useful content, I really would be grateful to see my channel grow, because it really is like my heart and soul. It's what I do for enjoyment. It's what I do as a hobby. It is what I'm really passionate about outside of my career. I'm like truly passionate about it, and I really want to see it grow, and I've worked so hard. So please, I'm going to not beat this dead horse, but if you appreciate anything in any of my content, give me a subscription, share the video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, engage with me. Really help me and really spread my videos around the algorithm, because I do make videos that are beneficial and that will help women and really truly help anybody. And I make them, I've had videos, I've gone through phases where I did fashion at first, and then I did a lot of, my education is diverse, so I did a lot of some healthcare stuff. I did a lot of forensic psychology and behavioral science videos. And then I got back into self-development and into improving ourselves. And now, recently, I've been specifically targeting women and talking about how women need to step up, need to have an opinion, need to. I feel like our culture has made it. Thank you. I teach aesthetic medicine, and I allow students to inject me. And I had a student about a year and a half ago who injected a full syringe of filler into one lip when it was meant for two. And I had the option to dissolve it, which would have been very expensive, or to just leave it and let it dissolve, because it's hyaluronic acid based filler. And I drink a lot of water, and I decided to let it dissolve. So that's why I have quite big lips. But the student learned, she did a fantastic job, and that practice and experience is what I guess helped her become a better injector. So, small price to pay for me to be a great teacher and educator. But I feel like my video content now is about empowering women to speak up, to have opinions, to be able to share their opinions, even if they're not popular, and to really go against the grain and utilize our charter rights of freedom of speech, because there seem to be a lot of groups that are trying to shut us up and to make us only speak and be able to use terminology and language and phrases and to speak about topics that are socially acceptable. And what's determined to be socially acceptable is determined by a small group of people. And I think it is a very slippery slope into losing our privilege and our right to freedom of speech. So, I make videos about such things and about encouraging women, empowering them in business, empowering them on how to make money. I left the mainstream healthcare system of working in forensic psychology with the police department and emergency medicine and started my own business as an aesthetic medical practitioner and as an instructor and educator. So I started it like from the ground up, and I learned my lessons the hard way. And I also share a lot of content on helping women with business and how to do it realistically, really in life, not like with like your husband paying all the bills. Well, you can just invest in tons of marketing and make your business amazing and just grow, grow, grow. Or, you've got money in the bank. Like I started with nothing, and that wasn't the smartest way to go, but it worked for me. Thank you, Springtrap. That's very, very sweet of you. And that's really nice of you to say. And and thank you, Brendan. It is the truth. It is what it is. So, um, but I really work hard on my content, and that's the point. And I've been through a lot of shifts in what I cover, and I feel like what I'm doing right now really aligns with me, and it's important. But again, back to the comments. I get comments, and when I do, I want criticism. If you want to tell me I suck at something, do this better, or your delivery sucks, or your videos, you're using too many examples, it's boring, you're killing us, or you want to tell me positive feedback or anything like that, or your background sucks, like go for it. Free for all. I want to learn. I want to do better. I want to grow my channel. It's been 4 years and I am struggling to grow it. And I'm trying to do everything I can. But I get comments like, wow, it looks like you gained 10 pounds this month. What is the benefit? And I mean, I don't care. Maybe I did gain 10 pounds this month. I try not to look, because if I did, I don't want to know that. Like, who the hell wants to know that? But I'm sorry, I'm reading. Karaslan, thank you for your comment. And thank you Bella. The Bella. I'm butchering that name. I know I am, but I'm sure it's beautiful if it's spoken correctly. Um, so I really think people need to be mindful about the comments. And what the problem is that I received a comment tonight saying like, "What's wrong with your face?" And I asked back, I'm like, "I don't know, man. Like, tell me, like, what's wrong with my face? Because I need to know these things. If something's wrong with my face, be a solid friend. Be the friend that tells me what's wrong with my face." And I get no comment back. No one's telling me what the hell is wrong with my face. I saw someone say my face looks like it's 3 different colors. That may be what's wrong with my face. Maybe it is. Maybe it does look 3 different colors. I've got some interesting lighting going on. It's kind of some MacGyver lighting, and maybe my face is 3 different colors. But I asked that person, "What is wrong with my face? Please tell me." No response. Nothing. And, "Oh, you look like you've gained 10 pounds this month." I'm like, "Where do you see it? Like, where do you see that 10 pounds? Like, where is it going? And where am I packing it on? Because I want to know." No comment, no response. All I ask is that if someone, "Hi, Lane." I don't mind if people are mean. Like, there's mean people. I put myself out there. I'm asking for it. I'm screaming, like, come and be mean to me. Like, slap me in the face. But slap me in the face with some critical thinking and some evidence-based information. If I suck at something, please tell me what I suck at. so I can improve it. That's all. That's what I'm looking for. If you have negative criticism for me, then just tell me what the criticism is. Don't just say, yeah, I think you suck. Tell me what sucks so I can do better, because clearly we're all trying to do better. And this is a tough crowd. Like, YouTube's a tough crowd. And, like, I'm working hard for it, and I'm working hard for you guys. I want to make content. I want to make stuff that benefits everyone. And that is, like, when I was doing forensic psychology, behavioral science, that was my very best content that I could have made. It was really helpful, and it was really helpful to people professionally, personally, in relationships. And you know what? It would have been so useful, and nobody watched it. And it's really sad because I spent 4 years studying it, and then I worked for the police for 6 years in forensic psychology and behavioral science, and I had so much experience with it, and I shared it. I shared it on YouTube, and I really shared it down to realistic situations and events that people encounter every day. And I made videos describing it and giving you examples and how to utilize certain techniques and how to utilize it relevantly, not by dissecting some like influencers or people in politics and their behavior and their micro expressions and things like that. I used it in a realistic way. A lot of behavioral science experts use it by dissecting other people for entertainment purposes. I didn't do that. I used it as a teaching mechanism to show people how they can utilize it to enhance their life, to achieve their goals, and to move up and move on and move forward. And nobody watched these videos. It shocked me. It was like really useful content. So I moved on. I don't make content about that anymore, unfortunately, because it was good. Like I taught stuff that it took me years to learn, and the people who didn't watch it could have learned it in 15 minutes and used it on their boss, for instance. And they didn't, sadly. It just wasn't popular. And it feels like the only way to be popular is to grow my channel is to bend a knee and cave in and be one of those girls that just talks. Support you. I'm subscribing now. Hey, Christian, thank you. Thank you for your advice. I'm not nervous. I'm just pumped. I get like an energy kick at night because I just went for a run earlier, and after I run, I'm like pumped, and that's usually when I make videos because I've got the energy to do it. Because I get up at 4 in the morning and I run in the morning. I have long days, and then I run again at night. So I'll make videos after I run at night. But I if I come across as nervous, that's good feedback because nobody knows what I do to get me in this state that I just ran for 45 minutes. So I might just seem like I'm rambling and I'm hyper and nervous, which I am hyper, but I'm not nervous. I've been doing YouTube for 4 years, and it takes me forever. But I am quite comfortable in this situation, and I so I stopped making that content, and it just feels like the only way to grow a channel is to bend a knee and to get on board and talk about what all the other girls are talking about and all the same stuff. And I understand that because psychologically it takes 6 times to hear something for somebody to be able to process it and understand it, and for their brain to be able to rewire and to be able to develop the neural pathways and to be able to learn something new. So I can see why the repetition, watching different women talk about things, works. But I mean, I swear to God, if I hear manifestation anymore and how I'm going to make you rich overnight and make you you can quantum leap like everybody's talking about, I feel like I'm going to cut my face because it is freaking ridiculous. Like, let's be realistic. Some of these things, they are useful techniques, but they are useful in combination with realistic and down-to-earth, day-to-day techniques that you can use to get ahead and to improve your life. And it's the same. I had the same impression in medicine, holistic medicine. A lot of the physicians I worked with, and that would say, "Oh, they don't believe in holistic medicine." I really believe holistic medicine has a fantastic, wonderful place in medicine, but in combination and in conjunction, I feel like they can really complement each other and work well together. So I was open minded to that, and it always made me really successful in my fields, and it helped me help my patients. And I think the combination of all of it together is really something strong. But do you guys have any questions for me? I don't do lives very often. I should do them more because I find them fun, but I never really ask if you guys have any questions. Do you guys have anything you want to know about me? The chat is slow. Thank you. I just got my eyebrows powder done because I don't really have great eyebrows. I do have alopecia areata, and I've been being treated for it. Hi, Erin. And my hair has grown back, but it's about jaw length. It's not quite ready to be worn out yet, but my eyebrows still haven't made the cut. So I just had my eyebrows powder browed, and I'm really pleased with them because I was drawing them on before and they looked psychotic. I looked like something off South Park. So this is new for me. Empirin, YT. Am I saying it wrong? Let me take another shot at it. Empirin. Is that correct? Thank you for joining, and thank you for commenting. It's nice to see new names and new people. Yay, I got it right. Kudos to me. I finally got one right. I try my best with names, and I'm usually quite good. But, hi, Graham. Nice to see you here. I can't believe I'm doing a live. I usually just make content after I run at night, and tonight I did a few little short things, and then I was like, I'm gonna do something completely different, and I'm gonna go live and see what comes of it. See if anybody watches, see if anybody joins in and has anything to say. After my mean comment experience where that gentleman wouldn't clarify what exactly it was he was criticizing me for, unfortunately. Because maybe it would have been good criticism. Maybe it would have been something that would have been helpful, beneficial to me. But, when he won't tell me what it is he's talking about, he just drops some nasty bomb and then moves on to the next channel. That's useless. How the hell is that supposed to help me? How is that supposed to make me any better? Hi, Hukam. See you later. See you later, alligator. Psychiatrist. I'm reading. I can't remember his name. My very first memory in my life is going to sound insane. And thank you, Hukam, for the compliment. My very first memory is being at the beach. I was very young. I must have been 6 months old or younger, which everyone is like, that's not possible. But I remember the smell. I remember the air. I remember everything so detailed. So I remember being at the beach, with my mother, and she was leaning up against a tree, and she was wearing a blouse, a button-down shirt because she was still breastfeeding, and shorts. And my father was playing. I have 7 sisters and 2 brothers, so we were all at the park where there's a beach, and it's called Murray Curtis Park in my area where I grew up. And they were playing football, my dad and some of the kids, and my brother was going out on a rubber dinghy, my older brother, and he was probably 8 or 9 at the time, and he had a life jacket on. He was safe, but my very and I know he was safe and had a life jacket because I've had many conversations with my family about this since, bringing it up to them. But my very first memory was feeling scared about him going out on this little rubber dinghy or little tiny floater boat, blow up boat. And my memory is feeling scared. And my mother was just, of course, I wasn't talking. I was quite young. And I remember the smell of the water and the smell of the grass. And I remember hearing my brothers and sisters and my dad and my mom petting my face and the smell of my mom. And that's my first memory. And I remember being scared. The black man in the house, Nick. The only black man in this house is my son, and he's mixed. And he's 22. And he is not present right now. So, and yes, holy fake lips. So I'll explain one more time. I am aesthetic medicine instructor, and I teach injectors. And I had a student, it was her first time injecting, and she had a syringe of lip filler, and she was supposed to use it on both of my lips because there was short models that day. I let her practice on me, and she dropped the whole thing in one lip. So I ended up having to balance it, and I have huge lips, and I had the choice to dissolve it, which would be very expensive, and new business, didn't have the money to do that really, or it's hyaluronic acid based, and I drink water, and I try and obviously balance my electrolytes and that kind of thing. And that was a year and a half ago, and they're so much smaller than they were. Let me tell you, it was horrifically embarrassing. And if you look back on some of my videos, it's tragic. But I wasn't going to give the girl a hard time. It was her first time, and she learned a lot from it, and it gave me huge lips. And now I have to deal with them until they completely are dissolved by themselves. So there it is. And I have a daughter, a 26-year-old daughter, and she has a daughter, and she's engaged, and she's doing her master's right now, and her daughter is 5, and I have a 22-year-old son, and he's studying veterinary medicine, and he's single right now. He had a girlfriend that he lived with for a couple of years, but they've broken up since, and there is no dad. So I have raised my children completely from the time they were babies, all by myself, which is why I went to school like crazy, and that's what I did for fun and for enjoyment, because I didn't have babysitting or the money for a social life, and I wasn't going to have friends and have dates and have guys in my home around my kids. I wanted to be a good mom and be the best mom I could. So as a good time, I studied, and I just kept going to school, and I got a few master's degrees, and I'm working through a PhD right now. And we studied together, the kids, so I taught them how to study. I taught them how important education was, and that I valued it so much, and how tremendous it was in my life and the impact it made on me. And that's what I did because there was no dad. So that it is. Oh gosh, how old am I? I am 47 years old. Feeling insecure, is it my tipping point? No, I don't. I feel very secure, and I don't have any issues with confidence. I'm quite confident, and I'm quite secure. I'm I'm confident in what I know, and I'm confident in the fact that I know what I don't know. And I know what I don't know, but I know that if I put the time and effort in, I can learn it. So I like to identify gaps in my knowledge and gaps in my expertise and what I need to know, and even stuff I don't need to know, what's important to other people and what other people value. And I put effort into learning that. So I'll give you an example. I When my kids were young, for I didn't have a lot of money to do extracurricular things. The only thing I did that's cost a lot of money, cost quite a bit of money, was the science center and the ROM. The ROM in particular, we had yearly memberships, and we would spend every weekend going to the ROM. And we would go to the science center, but mostly the ROM. Mostly the ROM, and we studied a lot of the bones. And my kids can name they can disarticulate a skeleton and put one back together. They're unbelievable, and they know every bone in the human body because I taught them. And we would take language lessons together, so they're all bilingual. They speak Mandarin and they speak French and English as well. And we did that. We took classes together for fun instead of paying for, like, I couldn't afford hockey, I couldn't afford stuff like that. So we did things that I thought would benefit them in the future. But one of the things we did was we're Roman Catholic, but I took them to every single different church, every different religious place of worship. We went to mosques, we went to temples, we went everywhere. And we learned about the culture and the faith and the religion, and everybody welcomed us and took us in and always treated us with so much respect and so much warm, kind appreciation. And I told them why we were there, that I wasn't looking to convert, that I was looking to learn, and I wanted my kids to learn and to be able to respect diversity and to understand other people's cultures and where they come from, and to grow and expand their knowledge base. And everybody understood, and they were wonderful. And it was a beautiful experience, and we did that for it took us 2 years to make our rounds, and it changed them and their perspectives and outlooks, and it really changed mine as well. It was one of the best things I ever did with them. So yeah, that was something that was really, really fun that we did. That was our, like, extracurricular sort of activities, and they learned to love it. Like, they learned to find real joy and excitement in learning about people and differences between people and religions and faiths and belief systems and, all of that, which can only be good for you. So thank you for my outfit. I'm wearing dress pants, and I just threw on a tank because I was running and I was wearing, like, a sports bra, but I'm getting into the comfy mode. But I didn't get into the track pants yet. I'm still wearing my dress pants from the day. I slipped them back on when I got back and threw on a tank top, and I'm halfway into my fully relaxing attire for the evening. My chill clothes. Truth or Dare, Dakota, I'm on. Unless the dare is inappropriate or is going to get me canceled. I miss you too, Bella. And I hope to see you guys soon. Connor and I were talking about it. Connor's my son this morning. And Bella is my niece. What are you doing on a live? Okay, Truth or Dare, I'm ready. Hi, Joe. Thank you for joining. I'm waiting for this Truth or Dare. I'm excited. What could it be? It's going to have to be a good one because I really have no filter. Well, if the dare is something, like, really inappropriate. I haven't played that game often in my life, but I think it's a good game to play on a live if you want to get to know somebody. I think a Truth or Dare is good. Unless it's a dare, that might be useless, but a truth would be good. Or if you're curious about something that someone's not going to divulge automatically or that they wouldn't think to talk about, a dare would be, or a truth would be a good way to go about finding that out. I think it's a brilliant concept, actually. Do my lips look that bad? I thought they went down quite a bit. My deepest and darkest fantasy. So it wouldn't be, I don't have sexual fantasies, but my deepest and darkest fantasy would be going on like a vacation alone without taking my kids. And that's dark because I've never taken them on a real vacation somewhere hot and somewhere beautiful. So my plan is to do that as soon as my business takes off the ground, to take them and take them somewhere beautiful, and we'll all go do it together. But I do fantasize about taking a trip alone and traveling alone. I think about that a lot, and I would love to do that, and I will do that after I take my kids on a vacation and we have the family one done, and I can say that I did it. Even though they're adults now and they have their own lives, I'm damn well getting a family vacation in, because I was never able to pull it off when they were young financially, and I was scared to travel alone with them because I was always single. My whole life I was single. For 15 years I didn't date because I didn't think it was appropriate while I was raising two kids alone. So I was always alone. I was scared to travel. But now I am ready to go. But I am totally on board for taking a trip somewhere alone. That's what I'd like to do. And I do fantasize about doing that. But it's got to wait until I get the family trip out of the way, because that's the ethical thing to do. You are welcome, Caressian. Thank you for asking. You guys are great. Well, my friends, I am going to go. It's been 30 minutes and this has been so much fun. Maybe I'll do more lives. This has been cool, and I got to meet some people and talk to you guys, and it has been a great time. And Bella, I will talk to you soon, as I'll be talking to your mama soon and your Auntie Teresa as well, and I will see you as well. I am planning a trip down there, and I love you too, kid. And stay the hell off the internet. I see you on here all the time. You're on too much. It's dangerous. Okay. Maybe I'll message you, but you should always make sure that people ask your mom first before you invite them to message you. Just saying. Anyway, I will see you guys soon, and thanks for dropping in. And this is it. I will see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Yes, you be safe, Bella. I know you promise. See ya. Nice to meet you too, Chrissy, thank you. Nice to meet everybody. Kareslan. Kareslan. I'm saying your name wrong the whole time. You didn't even correct me. Correct me. Say you're dumb. Read. Tell me. Okay, bye, guys.